Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess named Rapunzel. She was known for her long, golden hair that shimmered like the sun. Her hair was so long that it could reach the ground from the tallest tower in the land. But Rapunzel didn't live in the castle with her parents, the king and queen. Instead, she was kept in a tall, lonely tower deep in the enchanted forest. A wicked witch had placed her there when she was just a baby, and ever since, Rapunzel had lived alone, high above the world. Every day, Rapunzel would look out from her tower window and dream of the world beyond. She would sing songs that echoed through the forest, her voice as sweet as the birds that perched on her windowsill. The animals of the forest would gather below to listen to her, and even the trees seemed to sway to her beautiful melodies. The only person who ever visited Rapunzel was the witch. Each day, the witch would stand at the bottom of the tower and call out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel would then lower her long, golden hair, and the witch would climb up to see her. Though Rapunzel was kind to the witch, she longed for freedom. She dreamed of exploring the world, of running through fields of flowers, and of meeting new friends. But every time she asked the witch if she could leave, the witch would simply say, "The world is too dangerous for you, my dear. Stay here, where it's safe." One day, as Rapunzel sang her songs and brushed her hair, a prince happened to be riding through the forest. He heard her voice, so sweet and pure, and followed the sound until he found the tower hidden among the trees. He looked up and saw Rapunzel at the window, and his heart was immediately filled with wonder. The prince returned to the tower every day, listening to Rapunzel's songs from below. He fell more in love with her with each passing day, but he didn't know how to reach her. One evening, as the prince hid behind the trees, he saw the witch arrive. He heard her call out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," and watched in amazement as Rapunzel's golden hair cascaded down the tower like a shining waterfall. The witch climbed up, and the prince knew he had found the way to meet the girl who had stolen his heart. The next day, after the witch had left, the prince approached the tower and called out in the same way, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel, thinking it was the witch, lowered her hair. But when the prince climbed up and reached her window, she was surprised and a little frightened. "Who are you?" Rapunzel asked, her eyes wide with wonder. "I am a prince from a distant kingdom," he replied. "I have been enchanted by your beautiful voice and have come to meet you." Rapunzel had never met anyone other than the witch, and she was both curious and excited to speak with someone new. The prince was kind and gentle, and soon, they became friends. The prince would visit Rapunzel every day, and they would talk about the world outside, about adventures and dreams. As the days passed, Rapunzel's feelings for the prince grew stronger. She knew she wanted to leave the tower and explore the world with him. But she was also afraid of what the witch might do if she found out. One evening, the prince brought Rapunzel a small pair of scissors. "Your hair is beautiful, Rapunzel," he said, "but it doesn't define who you are. You are brave and kind, and you deserve to be free. Let's cut your hair and escape this tower together." Rapunzel hesitated at first, but then she realized that her freedom was worth more than anything. With the prince's help, she cut her long, golden hair, leaving it short and light. Together, they tied the cut hair to the window, creating a rope they could use to climb down. As they prepared to leave, the witch suddenly appeared at the bottom of the tower. She saw the rope of hair and realized what was happening. Furious, she began to cast a terrible spell, but before she could finish, Rapunzel and the prince climbed down and ran into the forest. The witch tried to chase them, but without Rapunzel's long hair, she couldn't climb the tower. Her spell backfired, and she was trapped in the tower forever. Rapunzel and the prince ran through the forest, laughing and holding hands. For the first time in her life, Rapunzel felt free. She saw the flowers, the trees, and the sky, all the things she had dreamed of for so long. The prince took Rapunzel to his kingdom, where they were welcomed with open arms. They soon fell in love and were married in a grand celebration. Rapunzel's parents, the king and queen, were overjoyed to find their lost daughter and welcomed the prince as their son. From that day on, Rapunzel lived happily, exploring the world with her prince by her side. She sang songs of joy and freedom, her short hair dancing in the wind.